since ending Handmaids, I've made a very intentional gear change, I think, into what I would like to see for the next 20 years out of my career. Now with three children, it's increasingly more difficult.
This is like
Interesting.
how you're going to get creative with it.
Where do I want to steer this ship purposely?
Is there? Okay.
Oh, this is intense.
Cards on the table. Oh.
Guys, today's guest is someone who's so beautifully open, but also so mama bear protective of her energy. I want to learn from it. When I'm around her, I watch how she weaves into this like beautiful depth and yet lightness that makes you so curious to know more about her. You've seen her on, she started on the show Chuck, to Handmaid's Tale, to what I'm most excited about, Banicki, coming out soon. She's directing, producing, and she also knows a little bit about tarot, which will be kind of fun. Welcome, Yvonne Strahovski.
Thank you.
Dzień dobry.
Dzień dobry.
My parents are very, very excited.
Aw.
Just so the audience knows, your parents were born in Poland, right?
Yes, my whole family.
Your whole
My
family.
whole family. I'm the only one.
And you were born in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
Where in Australia?
In Sydney.
In Sydney.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom last night was like, "Oh my gosh, I love her. This is how you say it." She wrote it out in
Aw.
English, like
Oh, cute. All right.
pronunciation.
Well, dzień dobry, mom. She's mom and dad.
Do you remember I met your parents?
Yeah, you were one of my first friends when I got here. I was like, you were one of the first people I met in that very first year, which was
The way
20 years ago, almost 20 years ago, I think. Yeah.
Wow. I was trying to figure out the timeline last night too, and I was like, I just know it felt so early on. Before I pull some cards, I just, I asked you to come in with a little like heart intention.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to share a little bit about that intention?
Yeah, I'm curious because I'm at such a I don't want to call it a crossroads. That doesn't feel right, but I feel like I'm at a new beginning right now in my life. So I got here 20 years ago, gosh. And I have a family here now. I have three children, three boys, 7, 4, and 2. And it's such a obviously a huge part of my life, and so is my career. And since ending Handmaids, I've made a very intentional kind of gear change, I think, into what I would like to see for the next 20 years out of my career. Um, so I'm hoping this sort of comes up in the read. I don't know if I should say too much about what I want it to be. Well, maybe not. But also the geography, of where I'm at plays such a huge role in my life right now. I hadn't worked in LA probably for about 15 years until I got Bad Monkey. And I just did season 2 of Bad Monkey, and we shot it in LA. And every day I drove home literally crying because I was so grateful. Could cry now that I could be here and stay here and not be traveling around. And now with three children, it's increasingly more difficult, but also more fun. Like, we are so blessed also in the same way. So I love that we get to travel. I love that, inevitably there's always going to be a job that takes us to whatever country or city or whatever. But I'm kind of trying to feel out where the next stable thing is going to be. And I'm very much taking my time with it right now. Because it just feels like such a transitional moment.
Mm,
So yeah,
okay, this is going to be fun.
I've already started crying.
I know, I can see this. This is the beautiful depth I'm talking about.
Oh dear. Let's
Um,
make my coffee.
the song playing is on the radio, which is also this beautiful healing energy that I think I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people who are watching this are feeling, so many of my clients are feeling that transition around geography and sort of like what, you know, am I in the right place or should I be looking? Like it feels
Mm-hmm.
like such a moment for all of us. Um, okay, let's look at the cards. Your birthday, July
July
30th.
30th. Mm-hmm.
Leo.
Aren't you a Leo too?
I'm not, but my dad's a Leo.
Why did I think you were a Leo?
I don't know if
Are you a
I'm
Leo
fully.
rising? Do you know your rising?
I'm not a Leo rising. I have a lot of Aries.
Okay.
So the fire.
Fire. Uh-huh.
So what I like to do is we're gonna pull these cards, see what comes up, and then we're gonna interweave and go into some specifics for you. I just do the Celtic Cross to start, and I kind of have my own little version on it. And actually, I took out these other decks. Let's pull these. Before I turn them over, I'm going to have you, because you saw these and I just want you to pull, we're going to put these face down over here. I just want you to pull one of these. Okay. So these cards, these are my oracle cards, and I just like them to add a little validation, open up if there's anything that I don't see in my decks. It just gives us a little more magic, and we're going to turn them over later whenever we feel like it and whenever we need a little bit more. Okay, back to our deck. Deck for you. Oh. Okay. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, this is the card when we were talking at the beginning that was there. Okay,
Oh, this is intense.
you
Isn't
feel it's
it?
intense? No,
Yeah.
this is great.
I mean,
This position, I'm going to tell you what it means. I'm going to walk you through
I mean,
it.
I do a little bit of this myself, but it's like, oh wow, these are quite significant. Wow.
There's,
It's really interesting.
wait, is there anything? Now I'm curious since you do it. What
Okay.
pops out at you? Ooh.
Well,
These two.
this because there's so much about like the rebirth and
Mhm.
yeah, there's something here
Mm-hmm.
about that and a change, like big
Mm-hmm.
change.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
not to me, this card, and especially in this position. Well, we're going to go back in order.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know
go back to
I
that.
don't I only do the three for myself.
That's
The
perfect.
3 spreads, so I don't really do this spread.
So see,
I
this
don't know
is
what it
where I'm going to give you the
represents.
story around it.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. I want you to explain this to me because this is in the past. And this card is like, it's almost as if it's saying, good job. Um, you haven't been fighting things. You also haven't been, it almost reads like you haven't been trying to build out yet. Or like I have some ideas of what it could mean, but I'm curious if there's something for you because this implies like you haven't been, it's either like you haven't been building and you also haven't been fighting anything. You've kind of been in this like nice stasis. And it reads that stasis is behind you. Do you know what that means?
I mean, I think so. Yeah, I think I've been really going with the flow and not sort of taking charge. So many things come to mind, like uh fear of coming into my own and like coming into the things that I would like to see for myself, that I would like to see happen that haven't necessarily happened. And there was like a pivotal moment when I was pregnant with my last child where it was sort of the beginning of this where I was like, oh, I need to take charge and do something for me that's creative for me, how I want to do it, which is where I made my short film. And I wanted to try on the million hats of producing, directing, being in it, writing, setting up craft service because we were on a budget. All of that kind of stuff. So and so this is sort of where I do see that the last 20 years have been like getting to understand this business, getting to meet a ton of people, forming these amazing relationships with everybody. And now that I know all of that, now I can kind of go, oh, what do I want to do now? Where do I want to steer this ship purposely with my intention and not like other people telling me you should go here, you should go there. So that's what that says to me.
That's what I love about what you just said and how wild that is the first two cards are look at the most this card is like your people. Like that card is like, it can be your partner, it can be people you work with that you're like, I know you're in my life forever. And it's sort of like this, it's crossed by like, I mean, this card, I like to say it's like return on investment, but it's almost like you've been building those relationships that are deeply important and it's worth it. And we're
Mm-hmm.
going to start showing, you're going to start seeing the people that are important and where you're like going to build there, which is so cool with what you
Mm-hmm.
just said, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny too, because it even shows this near future, which is like the next month or two. It's usually very soon. And it's like things are about to go. I mean, eights, you have two eights here, and the
Mm-hmm.
eights are like, to me, the eights, like that's that fiery Leo energy. It's like, get ready for things to move. And it's funny because the cards, the focus cards are like, do nothing. Like it's almost like, don't do anything. You're still clearing out. You're still in this transition. You don't need to move it. So
Mm-hmm.
it's almost like, get ready, get yourself ready, let yourself be in this transitional moment without pushing anything, knowing things are about to go. Like that card is like, even if you said to me, well, I plan to take the next 3 months and just like, I would say, well, it doesn't matter. Things are about to happen anyway,
Mm-hmm.
like whether you want them to or not, but in a very positive way.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Also, your superpower is my birthday card. So I know this card really well. And it's funny, I just um was reading someone else who has like, I love his energy and he's like actor, like big energy. And he was getting this card too. And it's very much the power of your mind and how you're a manifester and how you like you make things happen. But it's a reminder, that card is also the Eight of Swords, by the way, is the reminder, keep it positive, or like watch your thoughts of
Mm-hmm.
like creating the, but wait, I didn't even get the callback from that audition or like that thing. Like again, with all of this, it's like it's not meant to move yet, but it's about to, and keep your mind clear and
Positive.
focused. Yeah, and positive.
Yeah.
Um, and even if it's not this idea of like you have to be positive all the time, but very clear on your intentions,
Mm-hmm.
like with what you're moving through. Because I think with this, where you were like, oh, this feels, to me, this position is like, it might even feel a little scary where you're going. Like that, but I see it with these two in the best way because it's a huge, like you're ready for an up level
Mm-hmm.
or you're ready to push yourself beyond your comfort level. And that might mean you want to try to control it a little bit, or you might try to like sabotage or like, and this is like, just be open to moving into that fear, into that part that may not feel as comfortable. Oh my God. I don't know if you're gonna like this or not. The song playing is Around the World.
Oh God. I don't know if I'm gonna like that.
But maybe that's part of what,
Taste.
right? You're like,
Uh,
I want to stay here, but I'm being called. I mean, this could also be about something very global, but
yeah, I think, it's funny with the sabotage word because I do ask myself a lot, um, do I want these things? And it's funny because I was born with such a drive and a real like a true zest for life. Like I love doing a million and one things, and I'm quite good at doing a million and one things and multitasking. And but I'm always, for me, it's always the work life balance. It's so important for me to be there when my littles are little. And also and whenever, like I just want to be super present. I want them to remember me as the person who is very present in their life. And at the same time, I have this ambition and drive, to create, to continuously create. I mean, even during COVID, when I wasn't acting, I was just like sewing, making, felting clay. I mean, whatever. I just couldn't. I just can't stop. So I do wonder. I often ask myself, if this thing is meant for me, if I am meant to go and create this thing, or if I'm meant to go and explore a different kind of level of creativity, whether it's like directing or some other thing, like, do I put the stoppers on because I'm saying, "Oh, but I don't know if I want it," when I do want it, but I don't. Am I making sense?
You're making I have so many things to say here.
Okay.
First of all, remember when we ran into each other in Malibu and like
Yeah.
all I left you feeling like exactly what you're talking about, where it's like you have this like creative spirit and this ambition, but here you are like sitting at the park, like so calm, pregnant
Oh
with
my
your
gosh,
third,
yeah.
with two running around, like your husband helping out, like all of this, and I have like one child, and I'm like like this, and you're just like, oh, life is like, yeah, well, I'm out filming, and I'm just like, who is this woman? Like, I want that. Like to me, like you're describing it, and I'm like, that's what, like, that's to me why you will be able to do it all, and but I do think there is you even saying like what do I want in it, it's almost like shifting that intention because that's why I love when you walked up you're like I feel so good and I'm ready for this next, and it's almost like you there is something though that these cards want me to get prepare you for like a clearing of what you could this would be like perhaps even the story of, oh, but I can't have the job and be so present for my
The
kids.
narrative of yes. Okay. Yeah.
Because this is like
Interesting.
how you're going to get creative with it. How you're
Uh-huh.
going to like, how you're going to get creative with what life needs to look like that isn't perhaps what you thought it was,
Oh
you
dear.
know?
Okay.
And but that could even just be the way your parents, like, what did your parents, I don't know why this was coming to me earlier today to ask you, like, how did your parents show up for you in this like bright, big energy?
They are bright, big energy people. Like they are hands down bright, big energy people. And I mean, first of all, just in a nutshell, they left Poland, back in the communist days, and they wanted to start a new life. And back then, no internet, no nothing. I mean, there was just like a pamphlet saying Australia, and they were like, "Yay, okay, we'll try that." Can you imagine not knowing if you're ever going to see your family again? And they didn't for 10 years. So that's my parents. Like they just jumped on a plane with their like let's just do it attitude, and they moved to a whole new country, learned a whole new language. And so I was born, I'm first gen, the only one born in Australia, and they are just major adventurers. So I think I got my sense of adventure from them. They were always wanting to explore and camp. I mean, we did all kinds of stuff. We did like, but the best thing that I got from them is this sense of like, I'll make anything work. Like, give me like one pot and a campfire, and I will cook you a three-course meal. Like, make it work. It's just, and which is what I'm trying to instill in my kids right now. So and we're doing it. We go camping like every second weekend, and it's, sometimes we're roughing it, sometimes we're not as much. Like, I love this sense of adventure from them, but they're always so bright about everything. Like, there's always, even when they had nothing, which they really didn't. They didn't have much at all. They had nothing when they first came to Australia, and that's the best thing is like, how are we going to make this work with what we have?
Yeah. Which to me is even
Mhm.
even when you were talking about filming handmaids, like you just were like, everyone's coming, I'm gonna figure this out, right? You figured it out.
We figured it out. I mean, yeah, we started a whole new life in Toronto, um, because we had to move there for like half a year for 6 years.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh, so you were back and forth
yeah,
and back and forth and back and forth,
yeah.
which creates something in a child too. There's like a beauty in that, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, all our kids, especially my oldest, William, really understands the world, really. Like, he understands that people, someone lives here in this country, someone lives here in that country, and like we zoom around. I mean, he was first year of most of my kids' lives, hanging out in the trailer, nursing. I'm doing scenes, and William's first year was insane. Like, we did Handmaids, and then it was like whatever that was, half a year in Toronto. Then we came back to LA. We repacked our bags. We had 3 days to repack and go to Australia for 3 months. That was when I did Stateless for Netflix. And then we came back, and we had like, I think it was 2 weeks before we repacked everything again and went to Atlanta, and I did the Tomorrow War. And it was just like, that's how we
Oh,
roll.
wow.
and we just like, and so now, um, I'm very good at packing. I'm very good at packing for 5 people now and doing that, and just, we're just like on the road, which I love. I do love that. I do love that. But it's funny, like I'm not sure. I don't know if I want to do it as much for work as I do with personal. Like for me, it was rare to make the choice personally to travel just for the sake of traveling. It
Mm.
was usually the job that was steering that ship. So in my mind's eye, I'd love to have something that grounds me more in the place where I want to be. And then there's sort of more travel by choice or camping or whatever that. I don't know. I'm blabbing now. I said too much.
Wait, the music is trying to steer us,
Oh
guys.
gosh.
It just went into Bad Monkey. It literally switched to Dance
No,
Monkey.
no. Oh,
But to me, that show you just said you loved because it grounded you here,
I
right?
loved it so much. I loved so many things about it. I loved so many things. I don't know. You know what I loved about it the most is that also it's a funny, I mean, those people are funny.
And good
They're,
energy, right? Bill Lawrence used to, when I worked for a charity, would like come in and like such a like beautiful
yeah,
energy.
I had the best time. Like it was so nice. Also, just like the energy of the character that I'm playing, obviously.
Mm.
If you've seen Handmaids, we all remember Serena Joy. Whew, like how
I had to
nice
carry
to
that.
not
Yeah.
carry her. And so there was a clear intention to talk about manifesting. After Handmaid's finished, I was like, I want to be a part of a comedy. I know this is not my thing. I know that people don't know me for this. Um, I don't care. I need to somehow we're gonna figure this out. And off Bad Monkey came into my life. I seriously still can't believe that it did, but it did. And so I got to work with, Vince, who's obviously very funny, and then like 5 stand-up comedians that they hired. So it was like me and like
Oh,
5 stand-up comedians, and I was like, oh my God, this is amazing because I got to learn so much and start to explore this whole other world that I'd really love to stay in.
when you're aligned and you're going up, some things gotta like fall away. And this read it in a way where it's like, you're going, you're
Mhm.
going. So just
Mhm.
go with it.
Okay.
Um, oh, and the cards are already showing me. Sorry. And you're ready. Whoa, you're ready. Because everyone's been, I'm just gonna share this, me included, everyone's been getting the Queen of Cups reversed, like to sort of be like, you gotta get your emotions ready, and you're getting it upright. Like you
Mhm.
might be the first person I've seen in like weeks where I'm like, oh, you're like, but it goes back to what I said, you at the park being like, I'm pregnant, I had two baby, like life is great. And I'm like, I've got
Ah,
one, and what's going on?
oh my gosh.
Anyway, so you're ready, but the cards, I want to talk about your, I want to look at some of your producing and like how you're, what you want to do, like what you're creating
Mhm.
too.
Okay.
Okay, but let's start.
Hmm.
Is there anything you want me to direct at the cards career wise first? Because this is where I'm going to do more of like a 3 and maybe a little bit more.
I mean, yeah, I mull over. I think a lot about, and by think a lot, I think I feel a sense of calling to focusing on my own thing, like creating my own thing. But I also understand that's a really huge undertaking. Um, and also, I'm not sure if I can do certain elements of this idea that I have. But also, having said that, I'm like, well, you probably can. Like, you can just do it. Because I mean, that's kind of how I go. I was like, well, you just figure it out and you go for it and you do it. So I'm not sure. But I do think about that. Also, I can't do anything alone. You can't do anything alone in this business. You need collaborators. So, yeah, I wonder about that. I wonder if it's something I should kind of um, do or not do. But I think I'm kind of a bit aware of the energy of the waiting period. I do feel like I'm in a waiting period right now, and I do feel, oh my gosh, that is so weird.
The song just switched to I Will Wait by Mumford and Sons.
Yeah, I do feel like I'm in a waiting period because I often do this where I think a lot about something, or it's probably the manifestation process. I do feel like, and then one day it just kind of the energy is there and it's time to go. Like so,
So it's
the
kind of like
thinking,
all.
yeah. So I'm sort of either waiting for that moment or yeah. I don't know. Okay, that's me.
So
That's
let's
enough
look
for
at,
me.
let's ask the cards, like, what do we need to know about your own thing, what
Okay.
you're doing?
Yeah.
Because, okay, what do we need to know about Yvonne's career of like her creating her own? I mean, this is the card that I kept seeing when I was telling you it's about what you're, because this is, see how he's going, it's the Tom Cruise show me the money, like, but it's very much the entrepreneur and doing what feels a little scary and like pushing yourself. And by the way, this Nine of Pentacles is like, you are so solid. You know your worth. You know you're like fertile with ideas. Like this is like you're grounded. You know your worth. This Ten of Swords in the middle though is like, we're just clearing out anything in your mind
Mm-hmm.
that thinks that you aren't, or that is
Okay.
like wanting to, that needs to get out of the way so that you can go take the risk.
Okay. Mm.
How do you feel about me like playing with the timing of this? Do you want me to get a little bit more about it?
Yeah.
Okay. What else can I tell? Because this is the overall. I'm like, you're
Okay.
just doing that. I'm like, we know you're doing that. You're gonna
Okay.
create something. And to me, what I felt in it is like, I don't know if this is what I felt is I was like, oh, you're creating like a production company. Like you're going to be doing things. Is that kind of where you're
That is also part of it. Yeah.
okay? But then you also have one specific
There's
idea.
one specific idea that I would like to do. Then there's this production company idea as well, where I've started kind of dabbling in the producing world. So I
Okay.
have like several kind of projects. Um,
Okay. So for the one thing that you're thinking about, should I
mhm.
ask about that?
Yeah.
Can you tell us anything about it? Whatever you're comfortable with.
I mean, I do see. Oh God, I mean, I guess yeah. Why not? Um, I made that short, and I just see a world. This short is very much like about a mom who's pregnant with her third, and she's juggling her dual life of like the life where she's online and she has her vlog and everything is so great, and
And it's called vlog,
it's
right?
called vlog and it's not chaotic, and then you've got chaos at home, like the real deal of what it actually is um to function with three small children at home. And there's like a little twist and whatever, but I have always seen a bigger universe out of that, so like the expanded world of like other storylines and characters coming into that. And I've written some very small things in my life, but I always think, well, could I write this thing? Should I have a crack at that? Should I not? This is all very vulnerable. My goodness me. Um, and it's also like a bit funny, so it's like that tone that I'm interested in now.
Because you've gone through, oh, you think Bad Monkey kind of like poked at that a little bit, but you've also had that underneath, no?
I had it, I've always been, when I came out of drama school, we always did funny stuff. Like my friend and I had this little theater company and we did funny stuff. And then of course my first gig was Chuck, which was, funny. I was not the funny person in the show. Like I was more like the serious anchor and the emotional, I guess, part of the emotional beating heart of the show. But and then my career, steered me. I steered it because I wanted to go into
Deep.
very deep, serious tragic traumatic work, because I love that. So yeah, and so now I really kind of feel I'm not done with it because I love it so much, but I just know it so well that now I'm ready to go back to where I began. Yeah, which includes more funny, more light hearted.
So let's look at this writing, this project that like, and see what comes through. Yeah. First, these two upside down are like you this is your moment to crack the pattern of thinking that you can't, because this is the working mom. This is the woman who takes care of everyone and can like do it all. And there's something here around you making space for that, like for this project to be able to step in and know you can do it.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, that feels like, or whatever, or this would be whatever pattern. Is there or maybe it's a different pattern. I was kind of pulling from this idea of the 3 kids, but this is like there's a little pattern to break for you to own it.
Yeah, I mean, probably it's like a little bit of imposter syndrome or just coming out because I think I just remember when I first started or like watching peers over the years, over the last 20 years, being like, how are they doing? Oh, my friend wrote a thing. Oh, cool. Like, oh, my friend directed. Oh, and then I was like, wait a second. I can do that too, I think. And I want to. I love all that stuff. Um, and the short was a real test for me to even like be engaged in post-production process for the first time in my life because I'd never really done that, and I was actually very curious how I would personally respond because part of me thought, oh, you're going to get into post and they're going to send you a version of the film, the first thing, and you're not going to have an opinion, you're just not going to care. But I had such a clear thought process all the way through and how I wanted it to be made, that it was really, that part of it was really fulfilling, and it really ticked the box for me of like, oh no, I really, I love this. I loved seeing it through to the end. Um, I'm talking too much again.
No, I love it. Wait, I want to see. Okay. Yeah, no. Wait. Whatever's happening, what's happening for you this spring?
This spring, well, we're going camping for spring break.
Yeah, no.
I
Like
was
the work
going
stuff, I feel like
The work stuff, I
the
wasn't gonna
creative.
touch any work stuff. I was literally not gonna be like, we are renovating our bathroom. We don't have a bathroom or a shower or a bath right now. I have buckets for my children.
I love you so
Um,
much.
we don't need to go into further detail how I bathe, but we're renovating. So yeah, it's just all like renovating, camping, was gonna get on a plane and maybe, I don't know, but then the TSA lines are freaking me out, so
We'll look at the plane thing.
maybe
But
not.
what I want to tell you, because also knowing in the numbers and numerology, you are in the 2 year, which is if you think of the tarot, the High Priestess. So the insights, the knowing, the connection here is very strong. And actually going back to that, I will wait, more of the insights are dropping in.
Okay.
So I look at that and I'm like, you are ready. You've been clearing whatever the imposter syndrome. You are solid. And like on the home front, it just feels like you are stable to be able to do more. Perhaps even, and this is like, we're ready to bring you more of the insight. We're ready to get you more excited or to feel like this is more concrete.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Go ahead.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
just remember, no, I did make a plan to have like I'm gonna do this production meeting with my bestie about this particular
I was about to ask, is there
thing.
someone? That's where I was like, do I say that?
Yeah.
Okay, can we ask about her? Is it her?
Yeah,
Him?
yeah,
Yeah,
her.
well, it's fine. Okay, can we ask about?
I mean, I feel like yeah, her and I already
It's already showing me.
had a discussion about, yeah, okay.
Yeah, she's in it with you. She's
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah,
Two
yeah.
of Cups, guys,
Yeah, I
right
know,
there. We don't
no.
even need to pull more.
Yeah. We
Okay.
already know that. Her and I had a discussion already that we want to sit down and discuss.
Okay. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And the cards when I'm shuffling are just reminding me you don't need to move forward with everything. You're like allowing this to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not about needing to
Push.
That's exactly right. Like
Okay.
because it just showed me from the beginning those cards where I said, remember I said you don't need to do, but things are happening.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost like that energy where even you being like, we're gonna camp a lot. But then it's like, oh, also these things keep happening, you know? Oh, and the song playing is Be Gentle with Me.
Oh, okay.
Very gentle.
Mm-hmm.
And also, by the way, it's by the boy least likely to, which is funny about your kid, the 3 boys.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna just look a little deeper about your production company too. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
What else can I tell her about the production company? Can I give her like time frame here? Wow. Wow.
Wow. Okay.
Queen of Wands, the Chariot, and the 3 of Wands. I'm curious now because you do the tarot. Like, how would you read that? Because I'm just like, oh,
I mean, that feels pretty gung ho. Like that feels that's kind of a clear which is not that reflective of how I might feel on the inside about this because again I'm like, oh, do I really want to deep dive? But maybe I need to, but maybe this is about reframing like maybe I just think that the version of this is an absolute tornado where I don't have any time for my family, but the reframing is, no, it's kind of like how it is now. Um
and also, I would add the chariot is very much this idea of like the questioning and the connecting to spirit. Like to me, the chariot can be this like playing with things. Okay, how does it fit with my family? So it's almost like it's not even telling you to reframe. It's literally like the questioning is good. It's almost like these cards are like, no, 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 this is good because you're like, how am I creating life the way I want it?
mhm.
And so it's more like, okay, how will this fit? How do I see it fitting? Oh, here's the kids. Oh, the production, it would have to be near home, like where the place is or who I'm working with is near me so that I can be near the kids or whatever the things. This is like how you're starting to question now is how you're expanding into what I mean, the 3 of Wands is like your creation. Like that is like all of it going. And it very much feels like you in your like work hat,
Wow. Okay.
let's just turn over one of these just to see if it gives us a little Weaver.
Okay. What's this mean?
Um,
Oh, okay.
so the Weaver
Oh my
card.
God, look, and it's are they all like this? The babies?
No.
Oh, that's so funny.
Wait, can we put this in camera?
Oh, wow.
Guys, she's got the baby on her back.
Wow.
And like she's out camping and there's like animals following her.
Oh my gosh. This is very Mother Earth.
Very Mother Earth, but also Weaver, implying what I was just saying. This idea, you're like, how am I weaving in my family, what I want to produce, like what I'm creating? The message here is a master communicator that organizes, refines, and systemizes many elements in life.
Yeah, wow. Okay. Wow.
Lavender's medicine provides us the power of discipline and focused energy, key elements to enable aligned manifestation. Oh my God. God.
Okay.
Okay, this is why we have those. Because I'm like, if you don't believe me,
Uh-huh,
it's right here.
uh-huh. This is so
Can I
interesting.
give her anything? Okay, I'm gonna give you one more thing. Remember,
Wait,
here's the
that's the
pause.
one. That's
So
the
from the
same
beginning.
one. Yeah.
And it's showing this year you're coming out of that. And so the
Okay.
way it shows up here, because I want to tell you a date, but I just want to see something. Okay.
What is this? What four of cups? Okay.
But when I'm doing like my secret timing way. And this is like, here's the overall message. And to me, those aren't upside down. They're very clearly like, guess what? Even if you're questioning that, it doesn't matter. You're creating it. Like this is part of your creation.
Mm-hmm.
And this reads to me, my intuition is to tell you, and the way these cards are reflective, this card can mean between I want to say it's like September. It's around like September 20th is when it feels like everything locks in a way that and so I asked for some more clarification and it's like she's been in this pause and now it's just about being like enjoying this relaxed state versus holding back, right? It's almost like that clearing and enjoying, and especially the summer, it's almost like take this pressure
Oh
off.
my God, this is so funny. Yeah.
Wait, why?
No, because this is so funny. I had in mind a September or a post-summer day as well for when things were gonna get moving. It's so funny because the summer is really important for me. We go to Europe. We go to visit my family in Poland, and we it's intentional that we do a month in Poland. Also because my kids, I teach them Polish and they know Polish, and I want them, and they don't speak it much because it's just me, not my husband. And so it's really intentional to go there and get back in the language and speak it and the family and the whole thing. Um and I'm always like, oh, but is a job gonna come up like that I can't say no to? And then I'm always like, no, I'm gonna clear this is sacred, this space is gonna, it's gonna be for that, and then the right thing will happen in September. So that's very interesting.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, by the way, also the music,
California.
the song playing right now is California Sunrise. We want you in California. Okay. So should we, now my head's getting all tingly too. Okay. Should we ask about geography, location? Is there anything else at work? Should I look at your acting career just to see what else, if there's any
Yeah,
other advice?
yeah.
Because we were really on
Let's
the
do it
what you're
all.
creating. Okay. What? Yeah, now my head's like super tingly. Okay. What
Oh.
do we have advice for her in acting? Okay. Oh, remember your superpower?
Gosh, what is that one upside down?
And
Oh, and
here's this.
again.
This is
Okay.
like this to me, this first card, this reverse 9 of Wands is like you're on the edge. Like you're being strong without knowing like if you said to me, well, I have a plan of like what I want the acting to be or what needs to be next, like this to me is like let yourself be here on the edge. It actually reminds me of something I wanted to ask you about because you kind of started to talk about it, but I feel like you're really good at saying no, right? Or like knowing where you want to take your career because you talked
Yeah.
about from Chuck to Handmaids.
Yeah, I'm saying no like it's my job right now. And by the way, I will say that like that wasn't always the case. Like I think that's a major not a skill, but like a thing that people have to learn, or that I at least had to learn. I had to learn to say no, in a culture where you grow up in Australia and you go to drama school and they all tell you, well, you're going to be unemployed and you may as well like try and create your own theater company or something, which is why we did. To make your own work. And when you get a job, it's like, oh my gosh, yes, 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 you're lucky to work, you're lucky to work. And then at some point, you're in a position where you can say no, actually, and start to steer things. So yeah, my point is now, I just commented on this literally a week ago to my husband. I'm like, I'm saying no, 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 no. It just has to feel right. There's all of it has to feel right. Like I'll know when it's a clear yes for something that's incoming. That isn't my thing.
I don't, while you were saying that, I don't know when Bad Monkey comes out, but I just had this overwhelming feeling that however that's perceived or what who sees that or what that's opening for you felt like a big, do they know when that comes out?
No, we don't have a date yet.
That feels, it's almost like the no's till then feel good.
Mm-hmm.
I also just
Mm-hmm.
know and the numbers next year just brings an extra attraction to you too. So it's almost like you're already setting up to be
Mm-hmm.
like, I can feel more is coming to me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, trust in the people that you know, like this isn't about this is about being with the people and what you know. Um, yeah. Um, the with the acting, this is like, the 6 of Wands to me is like, your worth, others see what you can do, you're seen. Um, and you just need to let that come to you and remember that. But these feel like be on that edge of like, when is the next thing I'm going to want to do, and then let it come. It's
Mm-hmm.
funny because this time frame of after the summer, or even like, because even with this, it's telling me to tell you like,
Oh, there she is again.
yeah, and whatever's because however you're determining how you want to be a leader and inspire others is not um even this would be like someone's trying to, this would be like, I don't know, an agent or a manager kind of maybe trying to bully you into like, you should take this.
Mm-hmm.
And this to me is like, you'll know where you feel seen.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, okay, that's interesting. Yeah.
But because of these three, I'm just like, be in your know. And this to me is the point where I was saying, and being on the edge, it feels like it's almost like not, um, not getting in your head if you're like, oh, nothing's coming that I like. This is more like being in that patient waiting and like intuitive
Yes.
time.
The waiting. Mm-hmm.
The song says holding on. Okay. Should we ask about geography?
Yeah. Oh, the dreaded question.
Okay.
I'm scared.
Well, let's just start and be like, what do we need to know about Malibu?
Okay.
Wait, so you're doing renovations, so you like where you're at, like you've clearly
Oh
found
my
your
gosh, I'm
spot.
obsessed with my spot. It's way too small for us. It's a 2-bedroom condo for 5 humans and a large dog.
What's your dog's name?
Pizza.
Oh, pizza.
Pizza. He's like a black and white collie, but he has short legs. So I think he's mixed with like a corgi or something. We found him at a gas station, you guys. He was like dumped,
Oh.
abandoned, and he was roaming around and the guys were like, "Yeah, he got dumped 4 days ago."
Isn't there a
He's
story though that you knew? I feel like I remember you telling me this. Like
yeah.
you were wanted to, you were starting to.
I maybe I manifested it because my previous dog, Chazzy.
Jazzy.
Oh my God, you knew Chazzy, right? But the little black
Yeah,
and white dog that I had,
yeah.
um, yeah, Chazzy had passed away like 5 years prior, or yeah, and I kept thinking I had this idealistic, which is exactly what ended up happening, that a dog would literally walk into my life, and and Pizza literally walked into my life, and he literally looks exactly like Chaz, but 40 pounds bigger,
Oh, wow.
black and white, short legs, the same, all of it,
Wow.
but he's like got so much calm, and Chaz was just like a
What you need for
um
the kids.
yeah, pizza's amazing. We love pizza.
Okay. So pizza in the 2-bedroom condo with
Yeah, with the
all of
3
you.
kids, yeah.
What do we need to know about the Malibu? How do we feel? How do we feel? Ooh. Ooh. Okay, this
Okay,
is like
explain this to me.
okay, because this is like when this is upright, it feels like there could be like a test here. This 4 of Swords is like your job now is to not be like so in your head about what or where things need to be. Um, and this 10 of Pentacles, it's funny because it's it is almost saying there's no change. Like this isn't a time for change, but that devil is like wants me to push you to be like sometimes the devil can come up to be like, can you just like let go and laugh? I mean, which you are laughing about it. So I don't know what that, but there could be like a control thing or like or there could be like a test in that it wants me to tell you, let go in your mind and like, and don't try to control it too much.
Okay.
Let's pull a little bit more. What else am I telling about
Okay, yeah,
Malibu?
I need to know more.
Because this could even just be you being like, I want this to be here the rest of my life, like,
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I'm on Zillow like every week because I think to myself, well, we should have like a bigger place.
okay.
But I'm so in love with this tiny space. Also, like my family of 5, we live out of a van sometimes. So like
I-
we can do I think I'm flushing. But I really enjoy small intimate spaces. But then there's always this other discussion going on for many years with my husband and I, with Tim and I, about like, well, should we get like some other thing? And for ages it was, should we get some other thing not in Malibu? And then that I'm so grateful we did not do that route and we stayed. Um, but my inner voice is often telling me to just chill out and stop.
So that's where this feels, or maybe something comes up that you're just like, let's burn it all down and just like go buy this thing or whatever, like, but this does feel like I wouldn't like let yourself play on Zillow, but I
Yeah.
look at this. Let me pull a little bit more. Also,
Oh.
you two are making these decisions together. And sometimes it feels like maybe if there's a disagreement there, this is like, it doesn't matter. You're choosing to get, you're going to be able to come up with the choice together and what's best for everyone. And I like where you're at now. I love it. Like, this is like justice to me is like, it's worth it staying there, like the work that you're doing feels really good. If this were reversed, I'd be like, ooh, we're the contractor. This is all just feels like where you're at is great, but just relax. We're just telling you not to figure out that it needs to be forever. I mean, all these fours are just like, it's not about where to go yet. I mean, we're going to do timing and maybe I'll
It's a
get
bit.
more, but all of this now is just like, just wipe your mind,
Is it a bit of just wait also? A bit
Mm-hmm.
of that just hang out?
Mm-hmm. Every single four, and whoa, these are stuck together. And it's the
Oh.
Fool. Okay.
Oh, what does all this mean?
Okay, because where this
Wow,
ends,
they're all upside down.
there's a lot of upside down.
What is this?
This last line is the waiting. And again, with this, there's sort of this like you're feeling like you want this change, but you're not rushing it. But there is something around when this comes out. If this were upright, I'd be like, I think you're going to be there for a while and it's all going to just be perfect. Like, this is sort of like there's something stressful here. There's something that it feels like you're carrying that is why we're going to make sure whatever change that is feels less like you're carrying it all, or you're feeling like it feels um see, that card can just be like, there's oh,
Do you think it's a change in the current space or a change of space completely? Because we have to address a lot of stuff in that space. As in, like, there was a
that could be.
major leak and there was a major. I think there's some the integrity of the structure is actually like my sliding door, the glass is bowing, and I think we have to. It's just
Okay, let's look
it's
at the
really
space, then let's look at
right.
Malibu.
So
We're gonna do some
yeah.
quick threes, but also I'm dead. The song playing is The Way Knows by Lindsay Scott. But have you heard the song The Way Knows?
No,
It's
no.
all about you don't have to know the way
The
knows.
way knows. Okay.
And it's literally
Yeah.
like you're being taken on the way,
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Gosh, that reminded me of something.
what?
The first store I walked into when I first got here, that year that I met you, I walked into God, what was it? Like Franklin around there with that little where that pocket of stores is, and there was a store, and I walked in and I saw a card, and it said you always know on the card,
Oh.
and I never seen a card that said something kind of a bit woo woo like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, you do. You always know. If you look deep inside of yourself, you do. You always know you have an intuitive guide inside of yourself. And
Mm.
I purchased the card, and I still have it. And that
No
just reminded me of
way.
that.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. You always know.
you always know.
All right. Give us about let's
Go outside and shut the door.
I just asked, what do we need to know? In my head, I was like, tell us more about this location thing. Go outside, shut the door.
Huh.
Which to me is back to your camping and being out, and like we're not worried about the structure, right? It's almost like, or
Yeah.
I don't know, what did that mean to you?
It reminds me of the reason why I love the place. Part of the reason why I love the place is because we can because it's a condo, it's looked after. We love our neighbors. We can just shut the door and forget about it. Like, it's not, it's not like
Safe.
a house somewhere and you don't know what's going on with it. Like, we have so many eyeballs on it. And so it's just so nice that we can shut the door and leave and go and explore an adventure, knowing that it's always going to be okay.
Which, by the way, you saying that is just the reminder you're exactly where you're supposed to be. And I feel like these cards are just like, you just don't need to know that it has to be forever, but you are really meant to be right there.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else about their actual, like this condo that she needs to know?
Oh, there's that
Perfect.
again. Oh my
And also,
gosh.
this to me is so beautiful because it's like
Whoa.
keep reinventing it. This is the like, this when it comes up in what we're asking is Ace of Wands is like, you're making the space feel new. It's literally you're taking something that you already have and you're making it feel new. And the justice is like, it's worth it. We like the risks that you're taking. But
Okay.
this would also be like, okay, if we need to redo the ceiling, we're redoing the ceiling,
We're gonna just do it. Okay.
take the risks, make it feel new. It's worth it.
Okay. Oh, this is good.
This is
That
good.
feels good.
That feels really good. Now I'm just going to ask, like, what about,
Because ripping the walls apart for that thing feels like a nightmare that I've
should I
been
ask, should they rip the walls apart?
procrastinating over. Oh my God. There's so many, you guys, we had a waterfall in our living room. Like it was a waterfall, like a water feature coming out all down the main, like the sliding doors. And yeah, like light fixtures filled with
Oh
water.
my
Oh
gosh.
my God.
And 3 little
So
boys
I just
running
keep,
around.
yeah, I
Like,
know. I'm looking at that window that's bowing, thinking, I gotta, but we have to go, condos, you got an HOA, you gotta go through.
so it's a whole
It's not like you can
thing.
take matters into your own hands. You gotta, yeah.
Well,
There's a bit
the
of that.
song playing is Psychic City, so I feel like you know what to do there.
Oh, yeah.
I just needed to tell you, you need to keep, you're
Keep
good
going.
to reinvent it and
Keep
like make
going.
it feel.
Yeah.
Can I tell her anything else about? I'm going to look at timeline and geography.
Yeah.
Can I tell her anything about the geography? Anything else we need to change the way you're looking at things? This is exactly like this justice keeps coming up,
Hmm.
which to me, those are the contracts and the like putting in. That's how I'm reading it. And be really, really patient. Wow.
Mm.
And do you see how it's blindfold? Like it's very much like literally out of brain and just knowing you don't even need to be looking on Zillow. Like this is like just be there. Full reverse is like, no, we already told you at the beginning, remember? Like no movement, like no pushing choices right now. This is also like feeling like this would be like you should go buy another place.
Hmm.
This is like you don't need to put money out. I'm taking that around like actual change. It
Hmm.
doesn't mean you can't put money into the place. Look at where it's okay to look at what you're compromising and what you're not, right? Like, okay, ideally we want bigger. We're not telling you this is your forever future. And this is that like feeling like tested in that, right? Let me see the card after it. But you're going to get creative. This does feel like things will come up and you're going to have to get creative with it. I also look at that and I'm like, that could be external.
Is this pertaining to geography or
Mhm.
the actual space that we live in?
Geography.
Okay.
So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
And the time frame when they're all upside down like this is like we're just recognizing all these things, but I wouldn't be surprised if like when I get the threes like this could even be next year. I don't know this just feels to me like all I'm supposed to tell you is like be where you're at and be patient until you get the sign where you're like, oh, how am I going to get creative with like what I need to do now and
Okay.
not like overly control it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
The way knows.
Okay.
What do we get here? Oh, High Council. Okay, so when this card comes up for me in readings, the High Council it says evolution, information, and potential.
Mm-hmm.
But I always take that as the High Council. It's why Psychic City is playing. Like to me, it's how you're very attuned. What year were you born again?
82.
82 is the time. Yeah, well, of course. like I was just like looking at your life path to see if there's anything there, but like you as mother and creator, like that's what you came here to do, which is so funny. At the beginning you were like, I just always have wanted to create. But that high council comes out where I'm like, even if you were just like, we're never leaving here, like that high council, it reminds me of like when we were at our house and I kept being like, well, Charlotte's coming and I don't want to leave my like nice little cabin, and like our tree fell on the neighbor's house. And I feel like that high council is like, you will be shown with absolute certainty and guided,
Okay.
like if need be.
Okay.
Cane sugar. Okay. I'm gonna wrap us up unless do we want to? I mean, I could do this forever. They're like, wrap it up, wrap it up. But I'm like, let's keep going. Do we want to ask anything quick with the boys?
With the boys, you said?
Yeah.
That's funny because I was just thinking, with the, fertility, calling of creativity, and like, people always ask me, "Are you gonna have
Another?
But I'm like, probably I don't. Honestly, like, I felt such a strong calling for the third, and I remember writing. It's weird. I wrote it down. I never write things that I want down. I mean, that's not
That's
true. I do like New Year's resolutions, but I didn't. The way that I wrote it down, I was like, I'm going to have a third child. And a week later, like we made the child. Literally. So yeah, but I don't I always think, oh, I wonder if what, but I'm not sure. I don't know.
Let's just for
Also
fun, let's ask. Like
also I'm not like so young anymore, you know? I I
nowadays,
I
like
think we're good. I think it's more about creating in other spaces.
yeah, it's funny. The cards don't want me to. They don't want to talk about it. They're not saying no. They're like, it doesn't feel impossible, but it just doesn't want to talk about it.
Oh, interesting.
Like it's showing me you as the star, it's showing me Tim. Like it just feels like, yeah, it's showing me all your work stuff. You, not at a computer
Oh,
typing, but doing the work.
mm-hmm.
Anything we should talk about babies? Pull just to see. I mean, you're very fertile. This is not to say that you're not fertile. Let's just start there. But oh my God, this is
Oh.
okay, fine. You have the right partner for it, and you're both fertile. And that last card, that Two of Pentacles, is like playing with options. So
Okay. That's interesting.
this is not a no. Anything else? Right now, the boys you've got, like, by the way, I think you would have another boy.
Look at that.
You
Look
would
at
have
that.
another boy if
Oh
you
my
did.
gosh, look at that.
So don't do it for the girl. Yeah. Yeah. It just like if it showed me, I have a card, the Empress, which is like the pregnant, I would be like,
It's
the
happening.
cards really want you to. This
Yeah.
is like,
Mm-hmm.
this feels like play with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. That feels about right.
Song just switched to headlights. But it's not your age because you're very fertile. Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah, tell us about
Okay.
your relationship with Tara.
When I was 12, I I kind of got into it. I call it my hippy dippy phase. And my bestie and I, we like got into it, and all like, when the craft came out, and like those movies in the
Yeah.
90s, and anyway, so we had all a moment there. But really, as an adult, um, cut to like my two other besties were super into it recently, and I don't know, I just started we would like go on little vacations together and camping, or like just get a little cabin somewhere in the woods, and then, glass of wine and do a little tarot. They would be doing it. And I mean, I think having an intuition is such a powerful key and tool for anyone in their life, and it's something I've been honing for as long as I can remember, and just watching my girlfriends sort of interpret the cards, and how dead on really they were, and how beautifully guiding and grounding they can be, just as a tool, uh a tool of reflection and of inner reflection, like something to bounce off of. If you don't have another human to bounce off of, you've got this thing to sort of go, oh, okay, like I was just thinking that, or that thought came up into my mind, and I just found it really grounding. And so, for one of my birthdays, probably like several years ago, my other bestie got me a beginner's deck with the beginner's book, so I could start to learn how to interpret them, and then I just started doing it. And it used to be this big complicated thing in my mind, but then I was like, oh no, I can just like 10 minutes just like do a little something. I find it really helpful when I just feel overwhelmed. It's just I use it as a grounding tool, as a way to sort of have some kind of a baseline sometimes when I feel like my baseline is blurry.
Mm-hmm.
So that yeah.
Also, I don't know, when you were just talking about that, I just felt sometimes I burp when it's like, to me, that's like a sign of like clearing. No, but like when
Like
you were saying that, I was like, oh, it taps you in to clear out anything that's stuck in your energy field. Because you know, when you
oh
go into the
yeah.
space of pulling,
Yeah.
sometimes just the act of doing it.
My mind went to like I'm going to do a fart so I can clear my energy. It's me clearing my energy, guys. Sorry. Oh my, I have like a 12-year-old brain.
I love it.
Toilet humor,
I
guys.
love it. I love it so much. The song playing right now is Are You With Me Now? Oh no, you're not alone.
You're not alone. Someone else is farting with me. On that note.
Thank you everyone for listening in and being with us for this really cool combo. And thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
If you liked it, please hit the like, subscribe, leave us notes, leave questions for the cards. I'm really grateful for you listening. We'll see you on the next one.